what I am making is a main dish and also a vegetable. But for right now, we have to prepare the marinade for the meat, and then we'll be back. But what we're making is adobong baboy. It is
Adobong baboy.
Adobo is a Spanish word for a uniquely Filipino cooking style of stewing in vinegar. When the Spanish came to the Philippines in the 16th century, the locals were already cooking this way. It remains one of the most common methods of cooking in the Philippines and is used not only for pork but also for liver, seafood, chicken, beef, most anything that can be stewed. So right now I'm preparing the marinade, which includes rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, salt and pepper, ginger. I've never cooked with a ginger root before, so I hope I've done that right. We have quite a bit of garlic that's going into this. Some bay leaves, water, and turbinado sugar. You can use brown sugar if you don't have the turbinado. So we're going to mix that up.
Smells like a Chinese restaurant right now. Soy sauce.
And then we have what is supposed to be pork shoulder. When I went to the butcher and asked him if they had pork shoulder, he pointed me to the meat, and I said, but that says butt on it. Hello? Hello? He told me that the pork shoulder and pork butt were basically the same thing, and I wanted to ask him where his shoulder and butt were located next to each other, because mine are fairly far apart. So, we are going with the pork butt as opposed to the pork shoulder. So we're mixing that into the marinade, and we are going to let this sit for 30 minutes unrefrigerated. So we'll be back. Okay, the meat has now marinated for half an hour, and now we are going to place it in the skillet and let it simmer for 1 hour. So we'll be back. That's the next step. Alright, so the meat is simmering on the stove, and now I'm getting ready to prepare the vegetable, which is called sitsaro and tofu, snow peas and bean curd. So I've got the sesame oil in the skillet, and it is warming. And to that I'm going to add the tofu. I believe at some point I've had tofu in my life, but I don't think that I've ever cooked with tofu. So I'm interested to see how this all turns out. We are going to let this tofu brown a bit, and then we'll be back. Alright, now I'm adding the snow peas to the tomatoes and onion and bean curd. Alright, and now I'm adding the shrimp to my vegetables. Alright, and the last thing I'm adding to the vegetables is the cilantro. I'm just going to cook for a little bit more, and then we're going to set it aside while I finish up the meat. Alright, the meat has been simmering for an hour. Now I Alright, I've removed the meat and the bananas from the skillet. Now I'm putting the juice, marinade sauce back into the skillet to cook down. And that needs to cook down to about half of what it was. Hello? Okay, and the final step before eating this is to take the marinade and pour it over your meat, and I've added a little rice. And there you have it. There is our dinner from the Philippines. Let's see how it tastes. We have the bananas with the meat. The pork is very tender. Now a little vegetable.
So how would you rate it out of 10?
I'm pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised. Tastes much better than I thought it was going to taste.
How would you rate it out of a 10?
I'd give it a 9.
9?
Alright, go do something new.